Hi guys, I am Jaír Coll, and a documentary photographer from Colombia. So this project is about the relation between Venezuelan migrants, Venezuelan migration, and breaking. More than 8 million Venezuelans have left their country because of the economic situation and the political crisis happening since 2016 there. Um, we tend to forget sometimes what are the personal motives, the more intimate reasons why these people decide to leave their country. And breaking is one of them. I started this project in December 2021 when I was walking down the streets of Cali, Colombia, my city. And I stumbled across with two guys with stumps in the grass. And one of them, Alexander Roque, told me something that really stayed with me. I emigrate for art. By hearing those words that of Alexander, I emigrate for art, it was like a revelation to me to start doing this project. And I said to myself, okay, uh, I need to not only understand these people as dancers. So we have here Ever, and he's a Venezuelan b-boy from the city of Valencia, and he's doing a power move under a traffic light. Many of these b-boys, biggers, start doing performances under traffic lights just to get by, to make a living day by day, and also by doing some performances on public spaces. You have here, for example, Paula, and Paula is only 8, and she already competes in major competitions in Colombia. She is like a daughter of Venezuelan b-boys and biggers. As time passed, they start creating significant projects to support their own communities, both from Colombia and from Venezuela. And you see it like in this photo of this here. And you have this photo of the first anniversary of Risk Boys School. A Risk Boys School is a project created by Venezuelan migrants to teach breaking to kids and teenagers, even of your age, of vulnerable neighborhoods of Cali, Colombia. So, just to be honest, I don't do breakdancing, but I mean, as I was like really honest in my intentions. I said to them, okay, I see in this story, in this journey of yours, a reason to see the Venezuelan migration from a different perspective, because it's very common to see this population as vulnerable people, and pregnant people or elderly people crossing borders in order to have a better life. But I think in this, what makes this project different from other stories about Venezuelan migration is breaking, is the sport, um, is the sport aspect. So I decided to just taking photos of them. Like, one of my way of gaining their confidence was, okay, you love having like presence in social media. Okay, you have here your photos, like high quality photos, videos as well, and they're really happy of exhibiting, of being here. I mean, it's like really meaningful to for them to come back to the origins of breaking to New York City. Was like, like breaking was born here in the South Bronx between the late 60s and the early 70s. So it had become a very significant global movement at the point of benefiting these people. So that's like a way of creating trust with them and being honest and open with my intentions. I was about to speak about how Photoville. I love how Photoville organized this edition, these photos, in order to create some sort of contrast. You have like the hands after at least 50 presentations, 50 short presentations on the traffic lights, just to receive coins and get by. And then you have here photos of uh, members of the Risk Boys School Academy who are about to embark to board their first airplane in their lives, and just because they're competing in a breaking competition. So definitely breaking offers a new getaway for these kids. When you see this photo of here, you might assume it's a lot of money. There are a lot of people who are splitting the cash, the earnings of that night, and there are at least dozens of them who do presentations in front of nice restaurants in upper class neighborhoods in different cities of Colombia. Cali is one of them, and they do roughly uh, $10 or $12 per person after 6 hours, 5 hours of presentations. So it's really exhausting. And one of my first conversations with these people is, okay, I am not only interested of you as a dancer, as a b-boy. I not only want to take photos of you doing these incredible movements, these acrobatic movements, but also what is the human behind the dancer? What is the intimate moments that identifies you? And that idea is like reflected in this photo. They're sleeping under a check of roughly $5,000 after winning a competition of breaking, the most important one in Colombia. I call this project a B-Migrant. It's a wordplay that combines the way B-boys and B-girls call each other, but introducing the word migrant into the formula. Oh, but by the way, never call it breakdance. It's breaking. Breakdance is like a made-up term by the media. Breaking is like the original terms, how they use that. How it's like the original term used within the breaking community. I like divide my personal projects in chapters. Every chapter in this project is a location. Colombia is like the first chapter, and then I'll start taking some photos in Brazil. I was actually already there last year during the Red Bull BC1, which is the most important competition worldwide in breaking. I want to go to Caracas, Venezuela, to understand how a important amount of Venezuelan migrants related to the breaking community have returned to meet their home, to meet their families again. I did a lot of research, and I do that every time I am going to do any kind of story, whether it's an assignment, a short assignment, or a personal project, especially if it's a personal project. So in this case, I like soak into the most common terms, the kind of movements they do in breaking, and just to unpack it a little bit, and let's see how you connect that with the story. Breaking is like divided in four kind of movements. You have like the top ropes, and you do it from a standing position, with your feet. I don't have like this talent of that. Sorry. And then you have dumb ropes, which you do it with your feet and your hands. And for example, you have seen these famous photos of people doing like this. And then you have power moves. And power moves require like a great amount of strength and equilibrium to to perform that movement. It's usually a jump, stomp, and then you have freezes. Freezes are kind of similar to power moves, but you have to stay like freeze, like but just for 1 second, and you have to match that freeze with the break you are listening to the track in the track. But when I was speaking with these Venezuelan b-boys and b-girls, especially from the origin from the first one, first generation, from the 2000s and the 90s. They said to me, we in competitions we compete and we choose the winner by by saying, okay, you did more power moves, you did, and the more power moves you did, the more chances will be that you will be the winner. But breaking was more than that. Was musicality, was foundation, identity, a lot of terms that they have to learn when they went abroad. So migration was like a significant part of their learning process. Okay, thank you guys. I really appreciate listening to me, and thank you for being interested. Gracias.